Good morning. I am back to share with you my latest. This is another custom order. She requested a New Beginnings theme. No color preference this time, just new beginnings and words of encouragement and scriptures and different things like that. So I guess you could call it a prayer journal of sorts. So I've taken some craft text for the cover. I've reinforced the spine with a piece of cardstock that I've decorative edge cut, a little bit of stenciling. It's one signature. I've used a kit from Screech Owl Studios. This is vintage lace pieces that I've cut. This is a book plate from Artie Mays, and she does have some blank ones, and so that's why I thought adding this into New Beginnings was just perfect. Okay. The closure is eyelet and lace, and I've used a vintage music paper on the front and back cover, and then sewed around. He has a pocket in the kit. It's really cute. And inside are 3 journal cards, index card looking. And then I've printed on the back also some light grunge paper from Victoria Designs. The book plate, I don't know where it comes from. I want to say Ephemeris Vintage Garden, but I'm not 100% on that. Excuse me. Okay. I've done beautiful lace trims along the edges. She's got gorgeous lined paper. And I've done tea-dyed papers, wonderful quotes, little flower rosettes. This is Ephemeris Vintage Garden journal card. A die cut that I've done. This is one stamp, and then this is a separate stamp. And then she can journal in the back or use it however she would like. Tag from the kit, backed with vintage index card. Or old index card, I don't know about vintage. 2 journal cards come with the kit. Again, I've done that grunge looking paper on the back. Tea-dyed ledger paper, goodness. This is from the Innkeeper. Some more trim. This quote comes from a kit from Amity Bloom. And then this is a scrap piece I had left over from my porch print. Excuse me. That beautiful paper. All of the pages from the kit I printed on parchment paper. This Innkeeper, then a number plate from Artie Mays, and a couple of journal cards tucked behind. And there's lots of room in here to tuck more things. Wonderful quote, gorgeous page from the kit. Lace trim. We have a rosette on a paper clip. And then we have, excuse me, Mary Lou over at Porch Swing Designs. Her pad of paper, I guess, kit. And they're really pretty. So I printed it out on heavy cardstock. And I've also printed on the back. And then just scrap pieces, a little stamping, a little pad of paper. I hope everybody's doing well. It's such a pretty day here in Florida. Beautiful sunshine. Kind of windy, but sometimes wind is a good thing. Beautiful rose. I got this rose years and years ago from my mother-in-law, and it is still one of the best stamps I have. I use it all the time. It always does a great impression. It's just wonderful. Just some stamps are your go-to stamps, and this is one of mine. So we have this pretty lady, little girl. I've done an embossed stamp or tab, and she can journal on the back. Center of the book, we've got 2 butterflies on a string, or it's 1 butterfly on 2 strings, however you want to look at it. Beautiful lace trim. Wonderful poem all about new beginnings. I couldn't believe my fortune of having found that. That was awesome. And a washi sticker. Dragonfly, so I punched and punched. Stamped a dragonfly down at the bottom here. Another pad of paper, Mary Lou. Isn't that pretty? Again, I printed on the back. Pink paper, scraps of other papers, just random, and a stamp. More lace trim. Another Innkeeper dress form, and then number plate from Artie Mae's 2 journal cards. Oh, I'm sorry, I forgot. Welcome to all my new subscribers. I am so happy you're here today. Some Walmart trim. This is one of my go-to trims because I love trim laces that are flat and don't take up much room. Very little bulk to them, but they're pretty, so that's what I like. Take a moment and appreciate how much your soul has grown. That is also Amity Bloom. Some vintage trim I received in some happy mail from Janine Morton. Thank you, Janine. I do believe this is Tsunami Rose. And tucked behind, I've made a gorgeous little coin envelope with some, excuse me, origami paper. Isn't that pretty? And then on the inside, we have 2 tags. This one comes with the kit. And this one is from my porch print, I do believe. Other half of the envelope, we have another great quote and 2 more journal cards. A tuck spot here. This is another of my go-to stamps, also from my mother-in-law. It is just gorgeous roses. Tucked behind, we have another heavy cardstock die cut, and then I've done a stamp on it. I usually don't do really good with bigger stamps, but this one is awesome. A tuck spot here was just some pattern paper that I edge punched. This beautiful piece is from Tsunami Rose. Then behind we have a tag that I've made with a great quote. And I forgot to put a trim in. Oh boy. Okay, I'll do that. And this tag, life is to be enjoyed, not just endured. I like that. And that which is of God is light. I like that. Another little pad of paper that's really quite old. Look at the color on that. So pretty. Sometimes he calms the storm. Sometimes he lets the storm rage and calms the child. It's one of my favorites. Here again is a Mary Lou. I've just cut it down a bit. I backed it onto like 2 layers of book page. Happiness is our heritage because we are daughters of God. And then, excuse me, I had some leftovers from a journal I did some time back. A prayer journal. The kit is from Mary Lou over at Porch Swing Designs. It's got beautiful roses, which is what I was going for in this journal. A great quote from Proverbs. And on the inside, I like to print on the inside of my envelopes. It just makes it look finished, and I like it. So we've got 2 journal cards here, and then this pretty piece I found on Pinterest that I've just printed onto the regular coffee paper and then tea-dyed it. How do you guys do that? Do you print and then tea-dye, or do you tea-dye and then print? I'm more print and then tea-dye because once you've tea-dyed it, it's, even if you iron it, it's still really hard to, for mine anyway, to go through a printer. But anyway, I hope everybody has a great day. I hope you like this journal, and I hope the recipient likes it also. Thank you for watching, liking, and subscribing. Have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.